Welcome to the Inspiration Station hosted by Joshua Lenox, the place to fill up your tank if you're in need of encouragement and motivation.
Hey, it is Joshua Lenox, the Inspiration Station. And what do we do, y'all? We upsize in 2025 all day, every day. Y'all already know what it is. It is Friday. Y'all, we're in an entirely new month. Can you believe it? It's the 3rd of October. Already, y'all. We are in October. Do you hear what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna get on me. Y'all know I have something to say all the time because time is really moving, but I think that's also an indication to how your life is doing too. Your life is moving quickly. Your progress is moving quickly. The challenges that you have are coming, but they're going quickly and leaving you quickly as well. You're overcoming quickly. You're not regressing in a way, but you're being able to really sit in solutions now more quickly than before. You're able to challenge your negative thoughts, your irrational beliefs about yourself a lot more quickly. So I just want to say, y'all, enjoy each and every day. Enjoy each and every moment because time is so fleeting. And I remember a woman telling me when I was about 20, and she told me in church, she said, live your life well, baby, because when you get about 20, she said about 21, your life's just going to go by really fast. And I thought she was old enough to be closer to Jesus than I was. So I was like, maybe she's saying it because she's an older woman, but she was right. Time started to pick up because you get responsibilities, you have different demands on your life, and your life just continues to pick up and the momentum picks up, quicker. So I just want to say, y'all, I hope that you're living your absolute best life, no matter what the circumstances are right now, knowing that every day is getting better because you're getting better. So hello to everybody. Y'all, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I know I'm glad to see it. But I hope that you all have been having an amazing week and also amazing day. And as I always tell you, if you're having challenges or having some difficulties or some obstacles, let those just be reminders and indicators that you are an overcomer, and there's nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that can hinder you, and there's nothing that can block you because you're going to get past those things as you've got past many things before. I want to say hey to everybody out there on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live. I'm trying to make sure I get it all right, y'all. Amazon, Audible, Apple, Spotify. Hey, everybody. So I want to thank you all for continuing to come in and support this because this is for us. This is for all of us. Thank you for continuing to share. Thank you for being so mindful of what we're doing here at the Inspiration Station because this is we're all a part of it. And I'm just glad to be here and glad to be a vessel, glad to be a facilitator, glad to serve you all, glad to be someone that God can use to not only inspire you and motivate you and encourage you, but get you to move your feet towards things that are greater for your life. I want to start it really quick. If this is your first time, we're glad that you're here because guess what? You can't leave. You have to continue to come every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't want to hear anything else from it, okay? Won't hear any excuses. So, really quick, the Inspiration Station, y'all know what it is. Nickname that started was given to me just saying that I was a person that seemed to know what to send out to people like a radio station, like signals, knowing exactly what people need to hear. So here we are, fast forward 2025. Here we're doing a podcast and a show, which I did not foresee coming at all. You couldn't have told me this several years ago. I would have told somebody they heard wrong. They could have told me that the Lord told them. I would have said, "You heard wrong. Your words are falling to the ground." But here we are. But the inspiration is not just about Joshua Lennox. The inspiration station is you, because there are several people who have crossed your path that you have inspired. And guess what? I don't care if you're shaking your head saying, "I don't know about that." You have, and also you're an inspiration to yourself. Look at every chapter of your life. Look at every moment of your life. Look at even just last week. Look at just yesterday. Look at earlier today. And all the things that you've had to push yourself through, and you've had to inspire yourself because you have a glossary of your life that will tell you that there's nothing you cannot continue to press through or press past. So you are an encouragement and an inspiration to yourself. What do we expect here, y'all? We're just open, honest, and vulnerable people, not only with others, but with our own selves, because often the relationship that's neglected is the one that we have with our own selves. Also, there'll be people coming on to be interviewed as people, like I keep telling y'all, we're getting some people locked in and we're lining some things up. So, y'all, thank you for your patience. So, we have some wonderful people who are going to be coming on. They're going to drop some nuggets and let us into those gateways and doors and hallways of their lives to share some things with us to get us to moving past where we are, even in faster and even better and greater. So another thing is, this is also, I want to say the inspiration station to me so far has continued to allow me to see how all of us have great evaluation and assessment from where we are. Not to beat yourself up and not to think that you're not being the best version of yourself or you're not doing the best, but it's also a place to just step back and say, let me evaluate my life. Let me assess my life. Let me search myself and see what are some areas that I really can apply everything that I'm hearing every Friday to help me move forward and also continue to go higher in my life. So really going to be brief with you guys tonight because again, I want you to get on back to your Fridays and enjoy the rest of your weekend. But what I want to start with, what not start, but what I want to talk about is just the spin cycle is almost done. The spin cycle is almost done. Um, when we think about the spin cycle, y'all, what I'm speaking about is like washing clothes. And I don't know if you all know this about me, but I'm a homebody, okay? Somewhat, in some way. I can be very domesticated in some ways. So what I mean by that is I love to cook. I love to clean. I love to straighten things and kind of shift things in the house. I love to make sure things are clean at all times. My mom taught me that your house should always stay in a manner that if somebody was to say, hey, I'm, close by, I wanted to stop by just to hug you real quick and say hi, you should only have to barely pick up something. You shouldn't have to go into deep cleaning mode or anything like that. So even though you just ain't gonna come by saying you want to come see me because you just won't get to see me. But anyway, but I do love to clean. And one of the favorite things I love to do, and I always have for a long time, I used to have to almost argue with my mother to let me wash clothes when I was a kid because that was my favorite thing. And I found out why I love to do that. I love to wash clothes because it's a process. And it also is a process. You get to see something go from one state to another. And almost because it's it's a quick process. For some people, it's a little longer. It depends on your load and depends on what you're washing. But the spin cycle is almost done. I want to read you all something that I quoted myself, and it's just something that dropped on me today, and I was just like, okay, are we talking about today, guy? Okay, we're gonna go with that. But something I said several months ago, probably even last year, I said when washing clothes, there's the wash, rest, rinse, and then the spin cycle. Don't think it's strange if you're in the spin cycle right now. It's just to get out all the excess water out of you before you're presented as fresh and new. So then it's by yours truly. Thank you. I know it's just easy for me, right? To sound like a genius, like I've been here before, right? No, no. But I think when we're talking about those stages, we all go through those stages as we do with clothes, with washing. Then there's a rest period. Then you got to rinse, and then it's a spin cycle. And the spin cycle is the last stage. So many of you right now, I just want to encourage you that you have been going through a lot of transitions, and even the things I'm going to kind of define in just a moment. And you're at the last stage. You've been cleansed. You got all the stuff out of you, all the residue stuff, all that stuff. Now you're in a spin cycle because we got to make sure you don't mildew or get sour because you got so much water or whatever is supposed to come out still, excess stuff. We got to get rid of that. So also when we think about the stages, as I'm gonna start with just the wash. The wash is where it agitates or tumbles the clothes. How many of y'all have, think about your life and you wash, you just firstly put those clothes in and think about when I'm speaking about clothes, think about yourself, think about your life. You just put those clothes in. Some of them are probably funky, so funkified, probably funky, not smelling the best, right? Not the most fresh. Maybe it's not funky, but it's just, it needs some cleansing, right? The parts of your life, the parts of yourself that has needed to go in the quote unquote washing machine, the process, beginning the process. And while it's doing that, you hear it once it starts up, the water is coming down and it's like, your clothes are being smothered and covered. Oh, that just made me hungry. Y'all thought about pork chops and like gravy and stuff. But anyway, the water is covering and submerging your clothes so that as it reaches a certain level, y'all get what I'm saying. Because sometimes even when you're first starting a process, it can feel like you're drowning or you're underwater. And as that starts, you pouring your detergent in there. I hope y'all are pouring the detergent. Do y'all know how to wash clothes? Because if you don't, I can teach you right now. But you pour the detergent in there, and as you close that top down, or you close the front of if you got a front load, and it does this thing, and then all of a sudden you hear the it being agitated, as it says. So again, it's being The thing is going back and forth, just doom, 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 doom. I think I'm a drummer, I promise, but I'm not. But anyway, but it's being agitated. So this is breaking up all the dirt. It's starting to kind of, shift things around. And if you think about that, even in your life, that's a start of when things start to get really uncomfortable, and you feel like you're just being almost like a tug of war with your life, whatever that is. And it's just, it is agitating. And it's when we start to tumble the clothes, again, you're just being thrown around in a sense because it's stuff in you, it's stuff in your life, it's stuff in your mind, it's stuff in your heart, it's stuff in your emotions, with your feelings, with your experiences, with your family, with your career, with your job, whatever it is. Those things have got to be shaken up a little bit. So again, we think about your life and think about the process of where you've been in the wash right now, even in your life. Then we got to move to but there's a rest period after the wash. Sometimes after you've been through so much agitation, irritation, frustration, being stirred up, but it's necessary to get some of this stuff off of you, to get these unhealthy habits, the unhealthy beliefs, excuse me, y'all, unhealthy beliefs, unhealthy habits, unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy ways perspectives or perceptions of yourself, unhealthy people, unhealthy places that you are frequenting or whatever. I try to be real proper frequenting, but that you are being surrounded by. It's got to come off of you, so it's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. It also can be very confusing. But after that wash period, there comes a rest. So all of a sudden, things are quiet. There's no motion. You're just sitting and soaking and what you just encountered, because even while the dirt and stuff is still in the water, that stuff is being almost getting ready to be taken completely out. But you got to sit in it, you got to think about and meditate on, what did I just go through? What am I getting rid of? Why did I get rid of that? How is this going to benefit me now? And then almost reflecting in this rest time of, what am I trying to look forward to? What do I want to add to my life? What do I no longer want to be stained with? What do I no longer want to smell like? What do I no longer want to appear like? So again, when this rest period is quiet, and you don't hear any noise, there's no movement for this moment. After this very rigorous process you've gone through, then after that, we go to the rinse, right? Y'all still with me? This is what comes now, because even in the rest, you're still sitting in the dirt that is been pulled from you, but it's not attached to you like it was. But now you got to sit in it, because now we come to the rinse, which just removes the detergent and dirt. So everything that's been used to wash you, cleanse you, and also that the dirt that's been on you has got to go now. Now we that stuff is coming out of your out of the washing machine, which is out of your system. If you come out of your mindset, out of your heart, out of your mind, your thoughts, your will and emotion, your soul, all those things that are coming out of you, that's coming out, the process is, it's got to come out of you now. You're the equipment, that you are the washing machine, if you think of it that way, and all that stuff has got to be removed now. So the rinse is happening, and even sometimes you need a second rinse. What is a second rinse? Some of y'all might ask, because you probably don't always use it. A second rinse refers to an additional rinse cycle performed after the initial rinse in laundry washing machines. Its primary purpose is to remove any remaining detergent, residue, and soil from clothes, ensuring they come out cleaner and fresher. So even sometimes you might have been bogged down and had so much unnecessary dirt, weight, uh, uh, smells. And again, apply this to any area in your life. I'm not gonna do this for y'all. Y'all gonna have to work with me together. Y'all understand me? Y'all doing okay, class? But what are those things that now it may have been, well, okay, we got to do this again, because that first rinse wasn't enough. Because if we just do this first rinse, I might still have some stains. I might still have some dirt that is going to remain or stick to me. So let's go ahead, because I've really been soiled for years. I've really been damaged for years. I've really been beat down for years. I really thought negative about myself for years. I really felt not good enough for years. I really felt unlovable for years. I really felt unwanted, unheard, unseen, and overlooked for years. I've really felt discarded, dismayed, disposed of, disqualified for years. So, what are all of these things that I need to wash out? And again, because they've been embedded in me so long, I need to get a second rinse. So, sometimes we need that second rinse in our lives to take out even more of the residue. Y'all remember when I talked to y'all about residue, right? The residue that still resides? I don't hear y'all. I said I don't hear y'all. Okay, the residue that resides. So again, there may be just a little bit more of a rinse that you need in your life to get the remaining stuff out, so that you don't carry this into the next stage, which is the spin. When we get to the spin, which is where you are in a lot of y'all's lives right now, you are in the spin cycle, which is the final stage to this process. This is just to remove the water from the clothes. But guess what? We're removing water because now you're cleaned. A lot of the stuff that you've been cleansed, a lot of those things. And again, this process doesn't mean that this is going to happen overnight. Even though we know with clothes, you do your one, two, three, you're done. But think about this in a sense where this might take maybe several cycles of doing this, or where this means that this is going to take maybe a couple of weeks, couple of days, maybe weeks, maybe months. Uh, Maybe this is something that even takes several, maybe up into a year. And why I say that is because sometimes when we're going through these cycles, you don't want to rush, because you might take something with you that you no longer need to carry. Care but not carry. Okay. I always say that when I say care, not carry, what are some things in your life that you know that you care, you probably can just care about it, but you can let it go? Or what are some things that you're carrying and you just feel like no matter what process you go to, you don't want to let it go? But by the time we get to the spin, reason why we're going to remove this water from your clothes is because we don't want your clothes to become, because if you let that just sit like that, yeah, they smell good right now, but then become, your clothes will become sour. You will become sour. You will become funky once again, even though you done gone through this process and now you're so clean. But even now you're just sitting and we haven't gone through the spin to get this excess water out. Now you're sour. Maybe you then become mildew. So it's like then, oh, I got to go through the process all over again, but it was unnecessary. I need to go through this spin cycle so that I can now be completely fresh and new when you take me out this washing machine. I'm not going to go into the next thing, but y'all know that means now I got to go in the dryer. So that might mean even after I come out the spin and things of that nature, I wasn't even thinking about talking about this, but you come out that spin and all that excess water is out of you. So now you smell fresh, you look new. But then you get to sometimes after that, you go get put in the heat. I didn't even think about this, but yeah, you get put in the heat in the good old dryer. I don't know what this is, but you get put in the heat to now dry off. So now you are able to once you're dry, now you're presentable. And you might need to get that iron. Let me say something. Even when you come out of the dryer, sometimes you might have to go have a good iron, and that's heat too, to press you out, to make you presentable, to make you not have any. You don't even look like the process that you went through. Wow, I didn't think about that. But yeah, you come out the after you come out that spin cycle, uh, you got to go through the dryer. But if you have some delicates in your life, you're gonna have to hang them out. You don't want to put too much heat on that, or you want to put it on low. Now we have to think about the frequency of what we need to dry out. If you have some delicates or you have certain things that don't need to go in the dryer, hang them out because you don't want that to shrink and then you won't be able to wear it anymore. Whatever that is, your new heart, your new mindset, your new emotions, your new feelings, your new thoughts about yourself, your new, now rational thinking that you have about yourself, your self-esteem that has been cleansed now, and your confidence that's been cleansed. What are some things I want you to think about in your life that you know you need cleaning, whether it's your heart, and again, I'm giving you example, your heart, your family. Maybe you need to throw your career in the washing machine. Maybe you need to throw your mindset. Maybe you need to throw your marriage. Maybe you need to throw your friendships. Maybe you need to throw your locations that you frequent all the time, your crowd, your city. All of these things. What do I need to throw in here? My visions, my dreams. What do I need to put in the washing machine in my life so they can go through this cycle to be washed, then have a rest period, then to be rinsed, then to maybe even have a second rinse, and then maybe to have a spin. Because we've all been affected by so many things, and we've all been polluted by things that we need to be cleansed from. So I want you to think about this as you think about what needs to be washed, put in the rest cycle, the rinse, second rinse, and then the spin cycle in your life. You're in the spin cycle, so you're almost done. And I didn't even think about the dryer part, but again, we want to make sure we at least get the excess water out, because whether you put it in the dryer or not, it can still get dry. But there will sometimes be heat needed to press you out before you're presented. Whatever's this newness of you and this freshness of you is presented to the world or presented to you, the you that you've yet to become. So that's all I've got for you all on tonight and this Friday. I love you so much. I'm so glad that you chose to be with me. Always pleasure being with you on the Inspiration Station. And I'm going to come back. I just went to the UK and I'm coming right back. But I want to say again, please be mindful of giving yourself gratitude for where you are right now. It has not been easy being you. It has not been easy getting to where you are, but it's been so possible. And there are so many things that you've been polluted by, whether it was on your own volition or it was things projected on you, pushed onto you, pressed into you. Um, Maybe even you've been, what do I want to say, marred with. So I love each and every one of you greatly. Please share this out with somebody and make sure that you can share this with as many people as you can. Please have a great rest of this Friday and also have a great weekend. I hope that you all are continuing to remember that there's nothing that you cannot do. You've always been great and you're just getting better. Y'all, that was so rude. Like they knew that I had like just a few seconds and he didn't even care, but it's okay. I'm not going to turn into the other side of myself. I'm just gonna wash that, rest, rinse, and spin that. But anyway, I love each and every one of you. As I said, you've always been great. You're just getting better. I will see you once again next Friday. What time? 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, and y'all can go with the rest of the time zones. But good night, good morning, good afternoon, high tea time with crumpets, whatever it is. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks for watching the Inspiration Station with Joshua Lenox. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.